Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we're looking at Star Ocean Divine Force again on the Xbox Series X. Now, first of all, I want to thank those in the community who have come out and told me I was wrong about this game and said that I needed to play it more and that I needed to experience more of it before I did like a first impressions on it. Well, that's the whole point of a first impressions, guys. Like a first impressions, you play the game for a couple hours and you kind of give an impression of how you're feeling about the game, stuff like that. Yes, it might have seemed a little bit harsh when I did that. Because let's face it, when you first get into a game and you look at it and you play it for a little while, if it doesn't hook you pretty quickly, then normally you're going to be like, oh man, you're going to have feelings. Now, I will attribute most of that to the fact that I've just been really super busy this week over the last couple of weeks with a lot of games. There's a lot of games that have come out. I finally finished Gotham Knights, so now I turned my attention toward this to give it a better, because there's a lot of people watching the video. A lot of people watching the video that I put out. It's well over my normal average look at this type of a game. So I wanted to go ahead and jump on this and get some more in there. So now I've put well over 5 hours into this game. I've put the last thing I just did was I got Elena repaired. So I've done that. Well, I've been playing a little bit past there. I'm starting to really get a good feel for the combat, how it works, how it definitely plays into this game. I'm still learning it. I'm still trying to get good at it, stuff like that. But it's getting to a point now where I can actually do a lot of the stuff that you're supposed to be in this to be able to do in this game. Now, the combat for me now is actually the biggest selling point for the game so far, and the story. Oh, wow, this is getting really good. It's getting to the point where I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. Normally, this is the way these JRPGs go. Now, I did go back and look at the last Star Ocean game that I have. I have a copy of Star Ocean on the PlayStation 4 that was remastered in 4K. So I have that, and I was playing around with that. And then I come back to this game, and you guys are right. The people in the community are right. Yes, this does look a lot freaking better than that thing ever looked. You've got 60 FPS performance on here. You've got the ability to change your field of view. I'm still not 100% to the point where I'm like, yeah, man, this is a day one buy. But if you're a Star Ocean fan, like I think you'd probably be all right with this game. I think you'll be all right with this game. A lot of the fans are coming to me telling me that I'm being too hard on it and stuff. And man, first impressions, bro. First impressions really suck sometimes because it throws you off your game and you don't really know what's going on. But I'm grateful to you guys that have come to the channel and told me that I was wrong about this, because you're right, I was definitely wrong about this game. Now, I'm still not like 100% on board with the visuals. I still think that they could have put, a little bit more into this. But what is here? You're 100% right, guys. If you've played the older games, you're 100% right. This is 100% a much better looking experience. And even the traversal and exploration in this game, because of the fact that you do have, that verticality scale because of the being able to like kind of fly for a second or whatever, that really does make this a lot funner to play that. And I do admit, man, like I was wrong, man. I was definitely wrong about this game. And I'm thankful that I was able to free up some time and get back in here and to like really check this out, because you're right, guys. This is pretty fun. It does get way more like the combat really does get to a point where it is really fun to play and have fun and do this. And like, man, the story in this game is actually freaking pretty cool, man. So the one thing I will still complain about is the freaking main protagonist, bro. This guy just looks off compared to like all the other freaking characters. Like all the female characters in this game are like way better molded than this dude here. So than Raymond. Now Raymond is kind of cool. I'm starting to like the character. I'm starting to like the, like the attitude that he's got. the way that he interacts with the rest of the team. This is actually pretty cool, man. Like I'm actually starting to really dig this game, and I'm really starting to get into it. If you can get past the whole visual thing and get into the combat, that's the one thing I would focus on mainly. If you're getting into this game, just focus on the combat, get good at that, learn that, have fun with that, just do that. And stay on the story beats, do the story beats and stuff, and then like it gets to this point like right here where like you'll start to see some really cool stuff. Now, I was struggling with the combat on the Galaxy mode. So I switched it back down to Earth, and it kind of helps you, kind of get used to it, cuz these JRPGs, man, they're usually a lot tougher to get to learn and stuff like that. And if you haven't played them in a very long time like me, then you're gonna. I don't feel bad that I switched it down, because it is kind of helping me go through and get through this a little bit quicker, and helping me get a better understanding of what this game has to offer. And I'll tell you, man, if you can just get past the visuals and you can start getting into the combat and start getting into the gameplay, that's where this game's the biggest seller for this game is. If you're buying Star Ocean for visuals, this is not the game for you, man. If you're buying this because of the distinct gameplay that you're going to get from something like a Star Ocean title, this is probably going to be right up your alley and give you that experience that you're looking for. Because I'll tell you what, man, just on Galaxy, which is essentially medium, it was punishing, man. Like trying to fight this worm boss, man, that thing was like one shot in my crew. It was one shot. It was like a couple hits and I was done. And I was getting really frustrated because that long bar was getting really, really hard to get down. Even on the Earth mode, it still took a while to get past that thing. And I was like, wow, man, this is definitely a challenge. So I dropped it down so that I could start getting used to the combat, start getting used to the gameplay, get a little bit further into the game so that I could kind of address the situation and really see what that is. I think I will just go ahead and finish this game on that difficulty. And then, I think I will just finish it on that difficulty. I feel like that's more than enough challenge, and I've got so many other things to deal with, so many other games to try to get through right now. So I think that's pretty much where I'm going to stay with this one. If it starts getting too easy, then I'll bump it back up. But I mean, it's still, it does feel a lot easier now, to be completely honest with you. And now that I actually know how to do the combat, I probably will. Actually, I probably will bump it up. I've been having a pretty easy time getting through this combat, and it's just been like, just been going through pretty easy. So I feel like I might just bump it back up and go through the game that way, because I want to try to get the best experience out of this as I can before I review it. So I feel like medium is what they intended the game to be played on. So I'm okay with that. So as you can see, like these cutscenes, they do start to get better throughout the game. This is a little ways into the game, but I mean, this is still pretty close to the beginning. Like you'll get to this part, fairly quickly within a couple hours, 3 hours maybe. I'm a few hours past this, so I'm starting to really, this game is really starting to grow on me. It's really starting to grow on me. I'm starting to see some beautiful stuff. Starting to see some stuff that's like, okay, that works. That looks a lot better. But that first opening, guys, I'm sorry, man. That first opening in the game is a little bit rough, and it definitely could use some work, but it does get better as time goes on in this experience. So, if you're a Star Ocean fan, you're probably going to be good with this, because the story's getting really good. The combat is getting really fun. It's starting to get a lot more technical. I'm starting to learn more stuff, and man. Oh, first impressions, man. I know they suck, but I'm grateful. I am so grateful to you guys for making me stop and take a look at this, because you'll see beautiful stuff like this right here in the game. And man, wow, this looked incredible. When I saw this is about the point where I was just like, okay, this is starting to get good, man. I'm starting to really like this. I'm starting to really appreciate this. During my playthrough, I have been exploring a lot, doing a lot of stuff. and like really taking my time to like look for things and go out of my way to find different stuff. So I have been taking my time with it. I haven't been just flying through it and rushing through it and stuff. I really have been, sitting down and really trying to focus on this experience so that I can really see what it's all about, man. I should have probably done this before I even put that first video out, because that really sucks. But here I am, correcting myself, trying to make things right. Tri-Ace, you guys did a pretty good job on this so far. You've got me hooked. I am starting to appreciate this game a lot more than I did at the beginning, and that's good. That is good. So if you guys like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really am sorry to you fans for putting out such a harsh video in the beginning. I don't really think it was too harsh. Like, I still, I still kind of stand by that. If you're somebody that hasn't played one of these games or doesn't know what it's about, I still kind of feel like you might want to wait for a sell, because I'm a lot easier on games than you guys are sometimes, and I feel like you still might have a problem with this, but at the end of the day, it is going to be worth the time and investment. So, man, like I said, if you hit that like, hit that subscribe, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.